The boardroom falls silent as I watch my career implode in slow motion. My presentation, 6 months of work, flickers on the projector screen behind me, but all eyes are locked on Director Harrison as he clears his throat. "I'm afraid we'll be going in a different direction with the Thompson account," he says, not quite meeting my gaze. "And in light of recent developments, we'll be terminating your position effective immediately." My mouth goes dry. I don't understand. The campaign metrics were exceeding projections by 30%. There have been concerns about data manipulation. He slides a folder across the polished table. The evidence is quite compelling. The room spins. I've triple-checked every number, every projection. This isn't possible. Then I see the email printout on top. Correspondence I've never written. Timestamps that don't align with my schedule. Metrics I've never touched. "This isn't mine," I say, my voice sharp enough to make the junior executives flinch. "Someone's altered these reports." Harrison's expression hardens. "Security will escort you to clear out your desk." As I walk past the glass-walled offices, clutching a cardboard box of personal items, my phone buzzes. A text from my father. "Family dinner tonight. Lily has news." Lily, my stepmother. The pieces click together with nauseating clarity. She'd asked about my presentation last week, showing unusual interest in my work. I'd mentioned the secure server passwords, thinking nothing of it. After all, she's family. I drive home in a daze, the box of belongings rattling in my passenger seat. The familiar gates of our family estate mock me with their grandeur. Inside, voices drift from the dining room. Laughter, the clink of wine glasses. "Scarlett!" Lily's perfectly manicured hand waves me over. "You're just in time for my announcement." My father beams at her, while my stepbrother Ryan slouches in his chair, absorbed in his phone. The table is set with the good china, the set my mother left behind. "I've accepted a position on the board of Mitchell Industries," Lily announces, her smile razor sharp. "And with Ethan's support, I'll be overseeing all marketing operations." My father raises his glass. "To new beginnings." "Interesting timing," I say, my voice steady despite the rage building in my chest. Considering I was just fired over falsified data. Lily's expression doesn't waver. "Oh, darling, I heard about that. Such a shame when young executives try to climb too fast. Sometimes ambition can be destructive." "You would know all about destruction, wouldn't you?" "Scarlett," my father warns, but I'm already pulling out my phone, showing him the timestamps on the altered reports. These were accessed using internal credentials at 3 a.m. last Tuesday. I was in Chicago for the client meeting, but Lily was here, wasn't she? With access to everything she needed. Ryan looks up from his phone, suddenly interested. Lily sets down her wine glass with deliberate care. "Ethan, are you going to let her throw these ridiculous accusations at me? After everything I've done for this family?" My father's face darkens. "Scarlett, that's enough. Lily has proven herself more than capable." "More than capable of sabotage," I cut in. "She's systematically pushing me out, and you're too blind to see it." "I think you should leave," Lily says softly. "You're clearly upset about losing your job, but this behavior is beneath you." I look at my father, waiting for him to defend me, to ask questions, to show any sign of the man who once taught me to fight for the truth. But he just stares at his plate, shoulders rigid. "You're right," I say, my voice ice cold. "This is beneath me, but what comes next won't be." I turn and walk out, leaving behind the sounds of Lily's concerned murmuring and my father's heavy sigh. In my car, I grip the steering wheel until my knuckles turn white. They think they've won. They think they've broken me. But they have no idea what I'm capable of when everything I love is threatened. This isn't over. It's barely begun. 3 days after losing my job, I'm sitting in my father's study, staring at financial records that don't add up. The familiar scent of leather and old books feels different now. Tainted, like everything else in this house. "You shouldn't be in here." Ryan's voice startles me. He hovers in the doorway, phone in hand, looking uncertain. "Did Lily send you to spy on me?" He shifts uncomfortably. "She said you've been acting unstable. Look at this." I turn the laptop screen toward him. $2 million transferred to offshore accounts in the past month. Dad never makes moves like that without board approval. Maybe it's for the new expansion project? Then why are the transactions dated 3 a.m.? Why are they routed through 3 different shell companies? I scroll through the records. And why does every transfer coincide with Lily's late-night meditation sessions? Ryan moves closer, frowning at the screen. Before he can respond, Footsteps echo in the hallway. I quickly close the laptop as my father appears. What are you doing here? His voice carries an edge I've never heard before. Looking for answers, I say, standing. Like why you're letting your wife destroy everything you built. That's enough. He steps between me and the desk. Lily told me about your accusations. I won't have you spreading paranoid theories. Paranoid? I laugh sharply. Check your accounts, Dad. While you've been playing happy families, she's been bleeding the company dry. Get out! His face flushes red. I won't listen to these lies about my wife. Your wife? My voice cracks. What about your daughter? What about... A knock at the door interrupts us. Lily stands there, perfect as always, in her designer dress. Everything all right? I heard raised voices. Everything's fine, my father says, not looking at me. Scarlett was just leaving. Actually, Lily's smile doesn't reach her eyes. I found something interesting in the old storage room. Something about Karen. The name hits like a physical blow. My mother. The one topic we never discuss. What about her? I ask. Just some old letters, quite revealing, really, about why she really left. Lily examines her manicure. Would be a shame if they came to light now, wouldn't it? My father's face drains of color. Lily, that's not... I'm protecting our family, darling. She places a hand on his arm. Sometimes that means making difficult choices. I look between them. My father's averted gaze, Lily's triumphant smile, Ryan's confused expression. The pieces shift again, forming a darker picture. You're blackmailing him, I whisper. That's how you've kept him under control. I prefer to think of it as insurance, Lily says softly. Now, about those financial records you were so interested in. My phone buzzes, a text from an unknown number. Meet me at Riverside Park. I know what happened to Karen. M. Keep your insurance, I say, grabbing my bag. But remember, everything hidden eventually comes to light. Is that a threat? Lily's composure cracks slightly. No. I meet her gaze steadily. It's a promise. I walk out, Ryan's troubled eyes following me. In the hallway, I pause at the family portrait, taken just before my mother disappeared. There's something in her expression I never noticed before. Fear. Another text buzzes. Hurry, not safe to talk long. M. As I drive toward this park, my hands shake on the steering wheel. For years, I accepted the story that my mother abandoned us. But now, the timing of her disappearance, Lily's arrival, those mysterious letters, it's all connected. My father might be too afraid to face the truth, but I'm not. Whatever Lily's hiding about my mother, whatever she's done to my family, I'll expose it all. Even if it means losing everything else in the process. The park looms ahead, empty in the gathering dusk. A lone figure stands by the river, face hidden in shadow. As I park, my phone buzzes one final time. What you're about to learn will change everything. Are you ready? M. I step out of the car, my heart pounding. Ready or not, there's no turning back now. Maya's office feels like a sanctuary compared to the chaos of the past week. She slides a manila folder across her desk, her expression grim. You need to see this. Inside are bank statements, emails, and photographs. My hands freeze on a particular image. Lily, 5 years ago, standing next to my mother. They're arguing outside a lawyer's office. Where did you get these? I have contacts at the firm where your mother used to work, Maya says. Lily wasn't just some random woman your father met. She orchestrated everything. My phone buzzes. Ryan, Dad's in the hospital. Come quick. The emergency room is a blur of fluorescent lights and antiseptic smell. I find Ryan pacing the waiting area, his face pale. They're saying it might be poison. What? His coffee this morning. He started having seizures during a board meeting. Lily emerges from the treatment room, tears streaming perfectly down her cheeks. The doctors say he'll recover, but she stops when she sees me. You shouldn't be here. Funny thing about poison, I say quietly. It leaves traces. Digital ones too, like search histories and purchase records. Her mask slips for just a second. I don't know what you're implying. I know about the meeting with my mother. I pull out the photograph. Right before she disappeared. Ryan moves closer, staring at the image. Is that... Your father needs rest. Lily cuts in. Not more of your paranoid accusations. Let her speak. Ryan's voice cracks. I found something in your study last night. About Mom's accident. Lily's face hardens. You've been in my private files? The police report, Ryan continues. It wasn't an accident, was it? A doctor approaches before Lily can respond. Mrs. Mitchell, your husband's asking for you. We'll continue this discussion later, Lily says, but her hands shake as she smooths her skirt. Once she's gone, Ryan turns to me. There's more. Dad's been signing documents without reading them. The company's being stripped apart, piece by piece. Show me. In the hospital cafeteria, Ryan pulls up documents on his tablet. Transfer records, property sales, shell companies, all leading back to offshore accounts. She's not just stealing, I realize. She's dismantling everything. But why? My phone lights up with a text from Maya. Found Karen. She's alive. Meeting tonight. I need you to do something, I tell Ryan. Keep Lily occupied. Make her think you're on her side. What are you going to do? Find out why our mother really left. The hospital corridor feels endless as I walk back to my father's room. Through the window, I see Lily bent over his bed, whispering something. His face contorts with fear. My phone buzzes again. An email notification. Anonymous sender, single attachment. Security footage from the night my mother disappeared. My hands tremble as I press play. The video shows the parking garage where Mom's accident happened. But instead of a crash, I see Lily talking to two men. Money changing hands, my mother being forced into a car. Quite the family reunion. Daniel's voice startles me. My ex-boyfriend stands in the shadows, looking exactly as he did 2 years ago when he disappeared. Shame about your father. What are you doing here? Keeping promises. He glances at my phone. I see you got my email. You sent... Lily's not working alone. He steps closer. There's something bigger happening. Something that started long before your mother vanished. Through the window, I watch Lily kiss my father's forehead, her hand lingering near his IV line. Ryan catches my eye from across the room, giving an almost imperceptible nod. Tonight, Daniel says. Midnight, the old boathouse. Bring what you found in your father's study. He walks away, leaving me with the weight of too many secrets. In my father's room, the heart monitor beeps steadily. Lily's perfume lingers in the air like poison. My phone lights up one last time. Maya. Karen says don't trust anyone, even me. I look at my father's vulnerable form, at Ryan's worried face, at Lily's perfectly composed mask. Someone in this hospital is trying to kill my father. Someone made my mother disappear. And someone is about to discover exactly what I'm capable of. The game has changed. It's not just about revenge anymore. It's about survival. The boathouse creaks in the midnight wind. I check my phone. No signal. Perfect place for an ambush, or worse. But Daniel's message about my mother leaves me no choice. You shouldn't have come alone. Maya steps from the shadows, making me jump, especially not after what I found. What are you doing here? Same as you. She holds up a USB drive, following breadcrumbs. Footsteps on the dock. Daniel appears, but he's not alone. A woman stands beside him, face half hidden by a scarf. When she removes it, my breath catches. Hello, Scarlett. My mother's voice is exactly as I remember it. Karen. Maya's tone carries a warning. We agreed. Plans change. My mother moves closer, especially when someone tries to kill my ex-husband. The pieces shift again. Maya knowing where to find evidence. Daniel's convenient reappearance. My mother's perfect timing. How long have you been watching us? I ask. Since Lily made her move on the company. Daniel pulls out a laptop. Show her. Security footage plays. Lily meeting with masked men, exchanging documents. Dates flash by. Last week, last month, 5 years ago. The same men, different locations, always in shadows. They're called the Syndicate, my mother says. They target wealthy families, insert their operatives, drain assets. Lily's one of them. Why are you telling me this now? Because, Maya steps forward, they're not just after money anymore. The poison in your father's coffee? It was a warning. To us. Us? We've been building a case against them, Daniel explains. Your mother Maya, me, we're part of a task force. But Lily discovered our surveillance. The betrayal hits like ice water. You've all been lying to me. We were protecting you, Maya starts, but I cut her off. By watching my family fall apart, by letting Lily destroy everything. Scarlett, my mother reaches for me. I step back. Don't. You disappeared for 5 years. Let me think you abandoned us. If they knew I was investigating them, they would have killed you all. Her voice cracks. I had to stay away. A notification pings on Daniel's laptop. Security footage, live feed from the hospital. Lily enters my father's room, carrying a small vial. Ryan's supposed to be watching him, I say, already running. Scarlett, wait, Maya calls. We have a plan. But I'm already in my car, tires spraying gravel. My phone buzzes with Ryan's text. She knows. Get back here. The hospital corridors blur as I run. In my father's room, Lily stands over his bed, her back to the door. Ryan's nowhere in sight. Step away from him. My voice doesn't shake. Lily turns, smiling. I wondered when they'd tell you the truth. About your mother's little crusade, about Maya's real job. Where's Ryan? Safe, for now. She holds up the vial. Unlike your father, if you don't listen carefully. They have evidence. Everything you've done, they have nothing. Her smile widens. But I have this, and a choice for you to make. My father stirs, his eyes flickering open. Scarlett, here's the deal, Lily says softly. Walk away. Let the syndicate finish what they started. Your father lives, Ryan stays safe, and your mother's task force remains intact. Or push harder and watch everything you love disappear, starting right now. She moves the vial toward my father's IV line. Our eyes lock, a silent battle of wills. In my pocket, my phone vibrates, a message from an unknown number. Trust no one, especially those closest to you. My father's monitor beeps steadily. Lily's hand hovers near the IV. Somewhere in this hospital, Ryan needs help. And somewhere in the night, my mother, Maya, and Daniel are executing a plan I know nothing about. The choice isn't just about revenge anymore. It's about who to trust when every truth has become a lie. Time's up, Lily whispers. What's it going to be? The vial glints under fluorescent lights, holding all our fates in its glass prison. And I realize, sometimes the most dangerous move isn't choosing sides. It's changing the game entirely. The storage unit's metal door groans open, revealing stacks of carefully labeled boxes. Ryan shifts nervously beside me, checking his phone again. Lily's still in her board meeting, he says. We have 20 minutes, Max. I pull out the key my mother gave me, the one she'd hidden before disappearing. The lock on the filing cabinet clicks open, revealing folders dating back 6 years. Here, Ryan hands me a flash drive. I copied Dad's computer files like you asked, but Scarlett, there's something else. Before he can continue, my phone buzzes. Maya. Abort, Lily's heading your way. We need to go. Wait. Ryan grabs a folder, his face pale. Look at this. The documents inside make my blood run cold. Transfer records, all bearing my father's signature. But the dates are wrong. They're dated 3 weeks from now. They're going to kill him, Ryan whispers. Once these transfers clear, footsteps echo outside. We freeze as voices approach. Lily's distinct laugh, accompanied by unfamiliar men. Hide, I mouth to Ryan, shoving him behind a stack of boxes. The voices stop right outside our unit. The girl's becoming a problem, a man says, like her mother. I can handle Scarlett, Lily responds. Once Ethan signs the final papers, no more delays. The syndicate wants this finished. I edge closer to the door, phone recording. Ryan's breathing sounds too loud in the confined space. And the boy? Another voice asks. Ryan's harmless, Lily says. Besides, accidents happen in boarding schools all the time. My hand clenches. Ryan's face goes white. Just get it done, the first man orders. Tonight. Their footsteps fade. When I'm sure they're gone, Ryan emerges, shaking. She's planning to send me away? Not if I can help it. I check the time. We need to move fast. My phone buzzes again. Daniel. Found Karen's evidence. Meeting at the marina. 1 hour. I'm coming with you, Ryan says. No, go to the hospital. Stay with Dad. Don't let Lily near him. But trust me. The marina parking lot is empty except for 2 cars. Maya's and an unfamiliar black SUV. Daniel waits by the dock, a briefcase in hand. Where's my mother? Change of plans. He opens the briefcase. Karen wanted you to have these first. Inside are photos. Lily with different men, different names, different families. All wealthy, all now bankrupt or dead. She's done this before, Maya says, stepping from the shadows. Multiple times. The syndicate's cleanup crew, Daniel adds. They send her in to destroy families from the inside. A text from Ryan makes my phone light up. Dad's asking for his lawyer. Lily's here. We need to move now, Maya urges. Before she... Headlights sweep across the dock. 3 black cars pull in, blocking the exit. Run, Daniel shouts, shoving the briefcase into my hands. Gunshots crack through the night. I sprint toward the boats, Maya close behind. More shots. Daniel cries out, "Keep going!" Maya pushes me forward. "Get to the yacht!" I reach the familiar shape of my father's boat, fumbling with the key. Behind me, Maya screams. When I turn, she's being dragged away by masked figures. "Maya! Go!" she yells. "It's not what you think. Don't trust." A hand clamps over her mouth. The briefcase feels heavy with secrets as I start the engine, my friend's warning echoing in my head. My phone buzzes one last time. Ryan. "Dad signed something." Lily's smiling, "Hurry." The yacht pulls away from the dock as more shots ring out. In the distance, sirens wail. Maya's warning tangles with Lily's threats, Daniel's revelations, my mother's secrets. Everyone claims to be protecting me, but they're all hiding something. And now Maya's captured. Ryan's in danger, and my father's signing his life away. The coastline shrinks behind me as I open the briefcase again. A final photo slips out. My mother and Lily together, years before any of this began. Both wearing syndicate rings. The truth hits like a physical blow. I'm not just fighting Lily. I'm fighting my own mother, too. And time is running out for everyone I love. The hospital room feels different at midnight. Machines beep in the darkness as I watch my father's chest rise and fall. Ryan's text from an hour ago still burns on my phone screen. Maya's dead. They found her body in the marina. A soft knock makes me turn. Daniel stands in the doorway, arm in a sling. "We need to talk." "About how you knew my mother was in the syndicate?" My voice sounds hollow. "Or about Maya? About how we can still save your father?" He closes the door. "The syndicate's meeting tonight. All of them, including Lily and Karen." "Why should I trust you?" "Because Maya died trying to get you this." He slides a phone across the table. Maya's phone. "Watch the last video." The footage shows Maya in a dark room. "Scarlett, if you're seeing this, I'm dead. But I found something. The syndicate isn't just after your family's money. They're after..." The video cuts off with sounds of breaking glass and screaming. Where was this taken? "The old Mitchell factory." Daniel checks his watch. "The meeting starts in 30 minutes. My father stirs, eyes flickering open. "Scarlett?" "I'm here, Dad." "Don't..." He struggles to focus. "Don't trust..." The heart monitor starts beeping faster. A nurse rushes in, pushing us aside. More alarm sound. "He's crashing!" she shouts. "Code blue!" Security guards appear, escorting us out. Through the chaos, I glimpse Lily by the nurse's station, pocketing something small in glass. "Another dose," Daniel whispers. "They're finishing what they started." My phone buzzes. "Ryan. Found proof. Lily's office. Hurry." "Go," Daniel says. "I'll watch your father." The drive to Mitchell Industries takes forever. Ryan meets me in the parking garage, holding a USB drive. "Look what I found in Lily's safe." He plugs it into his phone. Financial records going back 20 years. Mom's name is all over them. The documents show a pattern. Families targeted, fortunes drained, deaths made to look like accidents. And at the center of it all, 2 names, Karen Mitchell and Lily Thompson. "There's more," Ryan says. "Tonight's meeting? It's not just about Dad. They're voting on the next target." Footsteps echo in this garage. We duck behind a pillar as Lily walks past, talking on her phone. "It's done," she says. "Ethan won't survive the night, and Scarlett, she'll be dealt with at the meeting." Ryan grabs my arm. "We have to stop them." "No." I hand him the car keys. "Get these records to the police. I'm going to the factory." "Scarlett, Maya died for this. I won't let her death mean nothing." The factory looms ahead, its abandoned shell perfect for secret meetings. Through broken windows, I see figures gathering in the main floor office. I slip inside through a side door, staying in the shadows. Voices drift down from above. "The Mitchell girl is becoming a liability," someone says, "like her mother before her." "Karen knew the risks," Lily responds. "She chose wrong. And now her daughter will pay the price." A hand grabs my shoulder. I spin, ready to fight, but it's my mother. "You shouldn't be here," she hisses. "Like you shouldn't have been in the syndicate? Everything I did was to protect you. By helping them kill Dad?" Footsteps approach. Karen pushes me into a closet, closing the door just as Lily's voice fills the hallway. "Karen, the board is waiting." Coming. Through the slats, I watch them walk away. My phone vibrates. Daniel, your father's dying. Whatever you're going to do it now. The USB drive feels heavy in my pocket. Upstairs, the syndicate discusses my family's fate. In the hospital, my father fights for his life. And somewhere in the city, Ryan races against time with evidence that could destroy them all. But first, I have to survive the next hour. I step out of the closet, Maya's last moments playing in my mind. The truth about my mother burns like acid. Lily's voice drifts down again, discussing the next family they'll destroy. It ends tonight, one way or another, even if it costs me everything. The syndicate's boardroom falls silent as I push through the doors. 12 faces turn toward me. 11 strangers and Lily, her perfect mask finally cracking. I believe this meeting's about me. I drop Maya's phone on the polished table. And about how many families you've destroyed. Scarlett, my mother steps forward. Don't. Quiet, Karen. A man at the head of the table raises his hand. Let's hear what the girl has to say. I'll make it simple. I activate Maya's phone, playing the security footage of Lily's confession. Release my father's assets or this goes public. Lily laughs, but it sounds hollow. You really think? I'm not finished. I pull out Ryan's USB drive. This contains 20 years of your operation. Every family, every murder, every cent stolen. Ryan's already sent copies to the FBI. The man, clearly the leader, stands. Karen, control your daughter. She can't. I meet his gaze. Because she helped destroy those families too, didn't she, Mom? My mother's face goes white. Before she can respond, my phone buzzes. Daniel, police are here. Get out now. But Lily moves faster than expected. Her hand whips out, a familiar glass vial appearing. Nobody's going anywhere. That's what you used on Dad? I step closer. The same poison? Insurance. She backs toward the door. The syndicate protects its own. Like you protected Maya? Something flickers in her eyes. Maya was weak. She chose the wrong side. She chose the truth. I advance another step, like Dad did when he finally saw through you. The boardroom erupts in movement. The leader barks orders, members scrambling for exits. Sirens wail in the distance. Karen, Lily shouts, deal with this. My mother reaches for me, but her hands shake. Scarlett, please. Everything I did was to protect me. I knock her hand away. You watched Lily poison Dad. You helped them target innocent families. You don't understand. I understand perfectly. Police sirens grow closer. That's why I made sure they had your confession too. Lily lunges for the door, but I'm ready. We collide, the vial flying from her hand. It shatters, liquid seeping into the carpet. You're just like your mother, she spits, struggling against my grip. Too weak to do what's necessary. No. I pin her against the wall as footsteps thunder up the stairs. I'm strong enough to stop it. The doors burst open. Police flood in, weapons drawn. Through the chaos, I see my mother slip away, but her syndicate ring lies discarded on the table. A choice, finally made too late. It's over, I tell Lily as handcuffs click around her wrists. She smiles, that perfect mask one last time. Is it? Your father's still dying. Your mother's gone. You've lost everything. My phone buzzes again. Ryan. Dad's awake. The antidote worked. We got them, Scarlett. No, I show her the message. I saved what matters. As they lead her away, I notice something in her eyes I've never seen before. Fear. Not of arrest or punishment, but of facing a world where her perfect lies no longer hold power. The boardroom empties, leaving me alone with the evidence of so many shattered lives. Maya's phone still glows on the table, her final warning frozen on screen. Another message from Ryan. Dad's asking for you. And Scarlett, there's something else you need to see. I pocket Maya's phone, leaving my mother's ring behind. Outside, red and blue lights paint the night. Somewhere in the city, my father waits with answers I'm not sure I'm ready to hear. But that's the thing about revenge. It never ends quite how you expect. Sometimes justice comes not from destroying your enemies, but from choosing to save what they tried to take from you. I step into the night, leaving the syndicate's shadows behind. Whatever truth waits at the hospital, whatever price I'll pay for tonight's justice, one thing is certain. The game of masks is finally over, and we all have to face what lies beneath. The morning sun streams through my father's hospital window as I place Maya's phone on his bedside table. He looks smaller somehow, but his eyes are clear for the first time in months. I should have seen it sooner, he says, touching the screen where Maya's final warning plays. Should have protected you both. You were trying. I adjust his blanket. In your own way. Ryan bursts in, waving a newspaper. The headline screams, Syndicate exposed, wealthy families targeted in decades-long scheme. They found Mom, he says. She left evidence at every safe house. Turned herself in this morning. Dad's hand trembles on the blanket. Karen always kept records. Insurance, she called it. There's something else. Ryan pulls out an envelope. This was in Lily's office safe. It's addressed to you, Scarlett. Inside is a single photograph. Lily and my mother, much younger, standing over a hospital bed. My birthday. On the back in my mother's handwriting. The cycle ends here. She wasn't just targeting Dad, I realize. She was finishing what Mom started. But failed to complete, Daniel says from the doorway. His arm's still in a sling, but he stands straighter now. Karen couldn't destroy your family, so she sent Lily to finish the job. Why? Because of me, Dad whispers. I discovered their first operation. Karen had a choice, the syndicate or her family. She chose wrong. And Lily? Wanted revenge for her own family's destruction. Daniel hands me another file. The syndicate's first target, the Thompsons. The pieces click into place. My mother's disappearance, Lily's perfect timing, Maya's discovery, all part of a revenge plot decades in the making. The police found this in Maya's apartment. Ryan holds out a sealed envelope. She knew, Scarlett. She died protecting you from both of them. My hands shake as I open Maya's last message. Inside, a simple note. Some cycles are meant to be broken. Choose better than they did. A nurse appears with discharge papers. As Dad signs them, his wedding ring catches the light. A simple gold band that survived 2 toxic marriages and decades of lies. What happens now? Ryan asks. We rebuild, Dad says. Together. And Mom? We'll face justice, I say. Like Lily. Like all of them. Daniel lingers after Ryan takes Dad to the car. The task force found something else. Files about other families, other children being groomed for recruitment. It never really ends, does it? No. He touches Maya's phone. But we can change how we fight it. Outside, cherry blossoms scatter across the hospital parking lot. Dad and Ryan wait by the car, both bearing scars of betrayal but standing taller for having survived it. My phone buzzes. An unknown number. A text appears. You're more like me than you know. The question is, what will you do with that knowledge? Okay. I delete the message without responding. Some questions don't need answers. Some cycles end not with revenge, but with the choice to walk away. Ready? Ryan calls. I pocket Maya's phone, leaving my mother's photograph behind. The morning sun feels warmer somehow, like it's burning away the shadows of the past year. Dad opens the car door, then hesitates. Scarlett, about everything that happened. I know. I take his hand, feeling the strength returning to his grip. Let's go home. As we drive away, I catch a glimpse of a familiar figure watching from the hospital entrance. Daniel, already on the phone, likely coordinating with the task force. Some battles never end, but you can choose which ones are worth fighting. Maya understood that. In the end, she chose to break the cycle, even at the cost of her life. The real victory isn't in destroying your enemies, but in refusing to become them. The city's skyline spreads before us, familiar but somehow new. Somewhere out there, my mother sits in a cell. Lily faces justice, and the syndicate's shadows recede. But here in this car with what remains of my family, I finally understand what Maya meant in her last message. Some legacies are meant to be broken, and some are worth rebuilding from the ashes they leave behind.